Hi guys, I'm Trumpet Dave, and this is our first video for an initial trumpet lesson. This lesson is designed to get you set up to play the trumpet and just go over the basics of how to form your lips, how to buzz the mouthpiece, how to correctly put your hands on the instrument, and how to get an initial sound. And I'll also recommend some books and some different equipment that you could buy. So first of all, we want to talk about breathing and how to breathe on a brass instrument, and specifically a trumpet. We want to breathe in as if we're saying the word ha into the back of our throat, like, and you can feel how the back of your throat is nice and open. If you say the syllable ha into the back of your throat, you'll generally get a nice, open, relaxed inside of your mouth. And so that's the way we want to just practice breathing first. So you can do this on a count. Say 1, 2, ready. Just breathe in for 1 beat and then blow out for 4 beats through your mouthpiece. 1, 2, ready. Nice open ha breath and just a relaxed breath out through the mouthpiece. You're not putting your mouth on it as if you were going to play. You're actually putting your mouth over the edge of the mouthpiece a little bit, just using it as a breathing tube basically at this point. So that's how you want to breathe on the trumpet, just a nice, relaxed, open breath. The next step would be to then form what we call the embouchure, and that's how your lips come together to be able to play notes. And so I like to go with the syllable M. And if you can look in front of a mirror and just practice saying the letter M and sort of holding it, you'll notice when you form a letter M and hold it, your chin gets firm and the corners of your mouth get firm. And that's good. You want this in the middle to not be too tight, to not be too firm. But a nice firm chin and firm corners of your mouth. And then with our mouth closed, we put the mouthpiece, we form our M. And we put our mouthpiece up. Now the next step is important. With your mouthpiece still on your lips, you inhale through the corners of your mouth, keeping your mouthpiece on your lips. And then you buzz out. If you were to take the mouthpiece away, my lips would look like that. So let's try that again. 1, 2, ready. So the mouthpiece is providing the closure that your lips need in order to vibrate. All the sound comes from our lips vibrating. We blow fairly fast air through our lips, and then the mouthpiece closes our lips, and that vibration is what makes the sound. The vibration of our lips is what makes the sound. And you want to strive for a steady, not wobbly sound on the mouthpiece. And it doesn't really matter at this point whether you have a very high pitch or a very low pitch, just any stable pitch, okay? Once you can get any stable pitch, then you can take the trumpet and you can go ahead and practice holding the trumpet. And so we will take our right hand. Our right hand should make a relaxed C almost like you're holding a baseball or a tennis ball. And then our right hand goes, our thumb goes in between the first and second valve. And then our first three fingers play these valves. So we have 1, 2, 3. And then I prefer the pinky to be in the ring. You'll have some teachers to say, no, don't do that. Put the pinky on top. I say it's okay to go in. Okay. You just don't want, once you get playing, you don't want to use that to force the trumpet into your face to apply undue pressure. So the next step is the left hand. And so for our left hand, we want to take our thumb and put it in that first ring. And then we want to take the ring finger of our left hand and put it in this ring. Now, some trumpets may not come with this thumb ring, and that's okay. Most, even student models, do come with the ring finger ring, the third valve slide ring. Okay. And so we just grab the trumpet, not super firmly, but, you know, with a decent grip so that it stays in your hand when you're playing. So you have your C here, and then you have your relaxed left hand position here. Some people prefer to put the pinky under for a little more support. If that's comfortable, you can do that. There are different parts to the trumpet. This is the bell. The bell piece actually extends all the way to here. One piece. This piece in the middle, this is called the valve section. Then you have the first valve slide, and then the third valve slide, and then valves 1, 2, and 3. Each valve is marked and has a number, unless you have like a super old or very inexpensively, cheaply made trumpet, it may not have a number, but most of them do. Generally, although this is not always the case, the valve should face this brace. The number on the valve should face this brace when you're putting it in. And we'll talk about oiling valves in another video. This is the water, these are the water keys. This is the main water key for the main tuning slide. And this is the water key for the third valve tuning slide. And it only will dump water from this pipe. And you have to hold this valve down to dump your water. But dumping water for this one is just condensation builds up because of the temperature difference between the brass and the outside brass and the inside of your trumpet. So then we take our mouthpiece and we put it in. I'd like to do just a light quarter turn to the right. Don't twist it in there, it will get stuck. But just an easy quarter turn to the right. That way it's firmly seated in the receiver. This little part here is the receiver. And so just like you were doing before, you form your M, put the trumpet up to your face. And that note that I'm playing is a C. That's usually the first pitch that people learn, is a C, or it's also called a concert B flat. It would be a B flat on the piano. Okay? If you push down 1 and 3, the first and third valve, that is a D on the trumpet, or a middle C on the piano. So the next note that we usually learn is an E, and that is the first and second valve push down on the trumpet. And on the piano, that is a D. That is a concert D. Trumpet is a transposing instrument. So when you play your written C, it sounds a B flat on the piano. So I hope that this was helpful for getting you started on the trumpet. And I will continue with this lesson in another video. And I'd like to recommend that you get what's called a fingering chart. And this shows you the fingerings for all the notes on the trumpet. This one is pretty cool. It comes from monsteroil.net, and it says Ye Old Fingering Chart. They're pretty cool guys. They also have a YouTube channel and sell trumpets and equipment and books and everything, and very good valve oil, which you'll need for your trumpet. Also, I would recommend either getting an Essential Elements lesson book, book 1, Essential Elements for Band, book 1, or John Kenyon's Breeze Easy Method for Trumpet, book 1. The Essential Elements for Band works with private lessons or in a band setting, concert band setting. John Kenyon is primarily for private instruction. They're both good books. Essential Elements has a little more songs for kids, whereas the John Kenyon may have more songs that would appeal to adults, I would think. So those are both very good books to get you started and get learning some songs and learning how to read music, which we'll talk briefly about in another lesson. So I hope you enjoyed this initial lesson on the trumpet, and feel free to leave some comments, and I will leave the links for those books and the fingering chart in the comments below. All right, have a good day.